I'm 104 years old. I played Chopin this morning, the same etude I learned when I was just 13. My fingers dancing over the keys like they did back then. No sheet music needed. I can recite Genesis chapters 1 through 20 from memory, word for word, as if the Bible were etched right into my soul. I still remember every phone number I've ever had, from the old rotary dial days to the ones I punched into my first flip phone. And I can tell you exactly what I had for dinner last Thursday. Baked chicken seasoned with rosemary from my garden. Tender green beans snapped fresh that morning. And cornbread I whipped up myself, golden and crumbly, with a pat of real butter melting on top. People ask me all the time, Miss Hattie, how are you still so sharp? Like it's some kind of divine miracle, as if the good Lord handed me a special gift he withheld from everyone else. No, honey, it's not a miracle. It's not luck or some mysterious blessing. It's what I did and what so many folks stopped doing long ago. Let me tell you the truth, straight from someone who's walked this earth for over a century. But first, let me share why this matters so deeply to me, why I hold on to these habits like a lifeline. My sister Pearl was 2 years older than me, born in 1918, just as the world was shaking off that terrible flu pandemic. She was the talented one in our family, the shining star we all looked up to. She could play the piano by ear, no lessons, no notes, just pure gift from above. She'd sit at our old upright in the parlor and make those keys sing Gershwin or hymns like nobody's business. And math? Lord, she could add up a grocery list in her head faster than you could blink, multiply big numbers without a pencil. She remembered everything. Names of folks she met once at church socials, dates of birthdays going back decades, recipes passed down from our grandma without ever writing them down, even word-for-word conversations from 20 years prior. Sharp as a tack, they used to say. But when she turned 80, things started slipping. Little things at first, misplacing her keys, forgetting a doctor's appointment, mixing up what day of the week it was. By 83, she forgot my name, the sister she'd shared a bed with as girls, whispering secrets into the night. By 85, she didn't recognize her own children, the ones she'd rocked to sleep and raised through hard times. I watched this vibrant woman who could play Rhapsody in Blue without a single glance at sheet music, forget how to hold a fork, how to button her blouse, how to smile at familiar faces. It broke my heart into 1,000 pieces. And right then, I vowed to myself, that is not going to be me. Whatever it takes, whatever changes I have to make, that fog will not cloud my mind. So I did something about it. Now, mind you, I'm no doctor with fancy degrees hanging on the wall. I'm no scientist in a white coat peering through microscopes. I taught Sunday school to fidgety kids for 52 years, molding young hearts with stories from the good book. I played the organ at Mount Zion Baptist Church for 41 years, my feet pumping those pedals through joyful weddings and somber funerals alike. That's my world, faith, music, community. But I've lived 104 years on this spinning blue marble. I've buried loved ones, raised a family through wars and depressions, watched the world change from horse-drawn buggies to spaceships landing on the moon. And in all that time, I've observed patterns, seen what happens to folks who choose one path and what befalls those who wander another. So, here's what I know, distilled from a lifetime of watching, learning, and living. These aren't secrets from some best-selling book or infomercial gadget. They're plain, hard-earned truths that anyone can follow if they're willing to put in the effort. First and most important, use your brain every single day, but not for the easy stuff, for the hard things that stretch it like a rubber band. I play the piano every morning without fail. Not those simple nursery rhymes or pop tunes that flow like water, no. I tackle Chopin etudes, Beethoven sonatas, pieces that demand my fingers twist and turn. My mind laser focused on every note, every crescendo. It's like a workout for the soul and the synapses. I do the crossword puzzle in the newspaper, but I skip the Monday ones designed to pat you on the back. I go straight for the Saturday beast, the one that knots your brow and makes you mutter under your breath, wanting to hurl the paper across the room. And at 104, I still memorize scripture. Last month, I committed Psalm 91 to heart, all 16 verses, just to prove to myself that the old gray matter hasn't gone soft. Your brain is lazy by nature, you see. It craves comfort, wants to lounge on the couch watching reruns or scrolling mindlessly through that phone screen. Don't let it win that battle. My sister Pearl, she stopped playing piano after she got married in 1940, said life was too busy with kids and chores. She quit reading anything deeper than a magazine, stopped challenging her mind with puzzles or new skills. Instead, she parked in front of the TV, watching the same soap operas day in, day out, those stories, as she called them. Her brain got the memo. We're not needed for heavy lifting anymore. Time to power down. And slowly, surely it did. You have to make your brain sweat every day, hard, uncomfortable things that force focus and growth. That's the foundation. Second thing, stay around people, even when every fiber of your being screams for solitude. Lord knows, after 104 years, people can grate on my last nerve like sandpaper. I've met them all, the nonstop talkers who never let you get a word in, the chronic complainers whining about every ache and weather change, the know-it-alls spouting facts like they're gospel, even the ones who chew with their mouths open like they're auditioning for a barn animal. But I need them anyway, and so do you. When you're isolated too long, your brain turns to mush, no lively conversations to track, no new names or faces to commit to memory, no subtle expressions to read and respond to. It's like letting the engine rust from disuse. I play cards every Thursday with 3 ladies from church, been at it for 31 years now. I don't even like one of them much. Dolores prattles on endlessly, and I'm convinced she peeks at the deck when she thinks no one's looking. But I show up every week, rain or shine, because my mind thrives on the banter, the strategy, the social sparring. After my husband passed in 1978, I wanted nothing more than to bolt the door, draw the curtains, and wait for my time to come. Just me and my memories in that quiet house. But I forced myself out, answered the phone when it rang, dragged my bones to Sunday services, sat on this very porch, waving at neighbors strolling by. My dear friend Vera did the opposite after losing her spouse. She barricaded herself in, claiming people exhausted her, that she preferred her own company. 3 years later, dementia had her in its grip, stealing her independence bit by bit. Don't retreat into silence. Stay engaged with the world your brain needs, the friction of human connection to stay home. Third thing, move your body every day, no excuses. I'm not out here running marathons or lifting weights like those young folks on TV. I'm 104, and these knees have carried me through enough dust bowls and dances to earn their creaks. But I move deliberately and consistently. I shuffle to the mailbox each morning, rain or shine, feeling the gravel crunch under my slippers. I circle the block at a steady pace, nodding to the birds and the breeze. Even in the house, I pace to the kitchen and back a dozen times, brewing tea, or fetching a book. There's something magical about that motion. It pumps fresh blood up to your brain, carrying oxygen and nutrients like a river nourishing the soil. I don't claim to know all the fancy science behind it with terms like neurogenesis or endorphins, but I've seen the proof in lives lived and lost. Those who planted themselves in armchairs all day, remote in hand, their minds faded first every time. My brother Samuel quit walking at 70, complaining of back pain, declaring he'd earned his rest after a lifetime of labor. By 80, he couldn't tell you the year or recognize his grandchildren. Get up, folks. Move, even if it's just 10 minutes of gentle strolling. Your brain craves that circulation to stay vibrant and clear. Fourth thing, protect your sleep like it's sacred. I turn in at 9 p.m. sharp every night. Lights out, no negotiations. Up at 5:30 a.m. with the first light, ready for the day. I don't care if there's a gripping show on the tube or a late night call from a chatty relative at 9. Miss Hattie is done, tucked under the quilts. When you sleep deeply, your brain performs its nightly housekeeping, flushing out the day's accumulated junk toxins, waste, foggy thoughts like a good spring cleaning, but only if you get real restorative sleep. Not that half-awake dozing in a recliner with a TV blaring infomercials. My husband used to nod off in his favorite chair, snoring through the evening news, only to jolt awake at 2 a.m., disoriented and stumbling to bed. He never got a full cycle of rest, and I believe it chipped away at his sharpness over time. Sleep isn't some optional treat for the weary. It's essential medicine for the mind. Guard it fiercely, dim the lights, quiet the house, let your brain recharge. Fifth thing, eat real food, the kind that comes from God's green earth. Happy, fluent tone. I'm not here to peddle trendy diets like keto or paleo. I couldn't spell half those words if I tried. I stick to what my mama fed us, what her mama before her knew. Fresh vegetables pulled from the garden soil, flaky fish caught from the river, tender chicken from the coop, wholesome eggs with golden yolks, hearty beans simmered slow, rice fluffed just right, and cornbread baked in a cast iron skillet till it's crusty on the edges. No processed junk from boxes with cartoon mascots grinning at you, no mystery ingredients that twist your tongue to pronounce. Your brain runs on the fuel you provide. If you pump in garbage, it sputters and stalls. I've seen folks gobble fast food daily, then wonder why their thoughts scatter like leaves in the wind. It's simple. Nourish with nature's bounty, and your mind stays steady. And the last thing, the most crucial of all, so lean in close. You must have a reason to be here, a purpose that lights a fire under you each morning. Without it, your brain whispers, "We're done, time to fade." After losing my husband, my sister Pearl, 2 of my children, and most friends to time's relentless march, I had a dark moment where giving up seemed easy. But then my great-granddaughter, little Emma, tugged at my sleeve and asked me to teach her piano. She was heading off to college soon and wanted those lessons before she flew the nest. Suddenly, I had a spark of reason. It doesn't need to be grand, world-shaking stuff. Mine, my daily piano practice, leading hymns at church, trouncing Dolores at cards on Thursdays, chatting with family, conquering those crosswords. Da, 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 da. Find your anchors and cling to them. They'll keep your mind anchored too. Look, I'm 104 years old. I've outlived my beloved husband, my brilliant sister, 2 precious children, and a host of dear friends. Yet here I am, still playing Chopin with nimble fingers, still besting my grandson at Scrabble with words from dusty dictionaries, still recalling phone numbers from 1952 like they were dialed yesterday. This sharpness isn't luck, isn't magic, isn't just good genes from hardy ancestors. It's work plain, persistent work every single day, whether the sun shines or storms rage, whether I feel spry or weary. Challenge your brain relentlessly. Surround yourself with people, flaws and all. Keep your body in motion. Safeguard your sleep like treasure. Fuel with real, wholesome food. And above all, nurture a purpose that pulls you forward. That's the blueprint. That's everything I've gleaned from a century plus of living. My Sunday school students always begged for shortcuts, some magic trick or easy pill. There isn't one, child. There's only the daily discipline, the commitment woven into the fabric of your life. I've got a few years left, maybe more, maybe less. Only the Lord holds that calendar. But however long, I'll be fully present, clear-eyed, sharp-tongued, ready for whatever comes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a nocturne to practice, and Dolores is due at 4 for cards. I already know she'll try to cheat, but I'll beat her fair and square. Go on now, call your grandmother. Tell her you love her. Life's too short not to.